Hi, welcome to this video. This is Katie from the future. That is Katie from the past. And I come here to join you and react to my own video because I want to let you know how relevant these tips are. In the moment in which I was recording this video, which was 8 years ago, can you believe it? I was writing my book, and in the time being, those were the tips that were really making a difference for me. However, now I can come out and basically tell you on the other side of things, hey, check out the book, the finished product. And I can tell you that these tips really, really made a difference. Not only did I get to finish the book, but I got to finish the book in a way that really made me proud. And I don't know, it's kind of cringy watching these old videos, but it's also kind of nice to see how everything turned out. So keep in mind, this video is 8 years old, but I am reposting it because it is absolutely relevant. I still use these tips to this day. So let's see. All right.
Hey guys, welcome back. I've been a little bit lost lately. I've been working on my first book, and this is a video I'm creating for all of those of you out there who are working on your first book for the first time, like I am at the moment. So I have found a lot of really good tips, and I want to share a little bit more about my writing history and how this book has come to be. I have tried to write my first book ever since I was in high school, and I have found so many blocks along the way. I have found so many difficulties and so many confusing guidance coming from different sources. So I thought I could create this video for all of you out there who are sharing with me that you're also working on your first book. The tips that I have found and that have actually worked for me on this time around really have made a difference. I spent years, like maybe 5 to 6 years, just having different ideas of different books I wanted to write and starting several Word documents called my book. I have spent a lot of time bouncing from one idea to the next and getting really infatuated with one subject and then going through another one. And it has been a long process in which one thing I have learned: we need to commit to this if we're going to make it happen. And I haven't finished my book this time, but I have gone a lot further than I ever have before. I am actually committed to doing it this time, so I have the confidence to share this video with you guys. I feel like everything is different now. I feel like I bursted through a lot of blocks, and I want you to do the same if you're experiencing any of the following issues. So one of the first issues that I experienced was a lack of clarity, right? As I mentioned before, different subjects, different ideas. The first thing you need to do is to really find something that you feel passionate about. You don't need to feel like an expert to write a book. You can just have a message and have an idea and have a mission with that book and share it with the world. Something that you really feel like could benefit a lot of people out there and could benefit you. Writing the book should be a beautiful experience, should be something that you feel passion for. So for me, this book has been a really healing experience. It has been something that I feel so much pleasure every time I come and sit down at my desk and really work on it. Another issue that comes up, which is very common, is the lack of confidence. So it's very easy to realize that whatever you choose to write about has probably been done before. There's somebody out there who probably already made a bestseller book which shares basically the same content you're wishing to share, right? So it's my tip would be to really get comfortable with the idea that everything has been done before, but it hasn't been done by you. These words I've heard so many times in different writings workshops and different videos and tips, and they have really changed the way I perceive what I'm doing. So it takes away all of the pressure of doing something new or doing something that will be transcendental to writing. You can just focus on what you are feeling and what you are trying to transmit into the public, right? Another difficulty that I have experienced is the lack of discipline or the lack of structure once you're writing the book. It's very easy to feel very inspired for the first 5 chapters and then just kind of get a little distracted with your life. Many call it writer's block. I don't like to call it writer's block because I've never really experienced a block more than I have experienced laziness and an overall sense of just being distracted by whatever is happening around me. So I think that it's just a matter of discipline and having a really, really clear strategy on what are you planning to do with this book, who are you planning to help with it, how do you want to feel when you're writing it, and basically really connecting to that commitment. So I have made a little tiny list of tips that have really, really transformed the way this attempt of my book has gone so far. In the midst of many, many different attempts, this is the one I feel really, really proud of. I finally have, let's say, 3/4 of my book done, my manuscript, my initial rough draft. That is as far as I have gone ever in my life. And this time around, I'm actually really proud of it. And I read it and I feel really hooked. And I feel like the reader will be as well. So in order to get to that point, these are the tips that I have been using. First tip would be to pick a place in which you're going to write. I tend to work from home, and that can be really distracting, and it can really take a lot of your time if you're not paying attention to how productive you're being. So pick a place, whether it's a coffee store, whether it's a restaurant, whether it's a library, or somewhere that you can go every day, that it's close to home, that it's comfortable, and that makes you feel inspired. And only write in that space. And home, if you need to write at home. But make that like your primordial or primary location, okay? Second tip would be to create a playlist. I love this tip because I created this. I listened to this tip on a course I was taking about writing, and as soon as I did it, I really felt that it worked. I created a playlist that I would listen to on my car every time I would be driving to the coffee store, which is my choice of my primary place to go and write. So every time that I am driving there, I put that music on, and that automatically start making my brain kind of get ready for writing, and I start really feeling really excited and really inspired. So as soon as I sit down at my desk, I already know what I'm writing about. It kind of takes you to that zone and that space, which is really important, so you can avoid any kind of block or avoid any kind of those moments when you sit down at your desk and you have no idea what you're going to write about, and you just kind of like wonder and kind of like go on Facebook and just like, it's not working, it's not flowing. If you use the playlist tip, it's very likely that every single time you sit at the desk, you already know what you're going to be writing about. So that helped a lot for me. Something that was difficult for me at first is number 3, which is write every day. At first, this was a really tough one for me. But I realized that, well, first of all, everybody's saying it out there. Every expert on the field is saying you need to write every day if you're planning to write books. If you're planning to become a writer, you're only a writer if you write every day. I don't know. I've been listening to this for a long time, and as soon as I actually started writing every day, I did feel a big difference. So that would be my tip as well. I am grabbing tips from all the different courses that I've been taking, and basically making them my own in my own way, and only if they work for me, I'm including them on this video. Another one is to create word count goals. There's this program I highly recommend. It's perfect. It's really, really good. It's called Scrivener. You can find it on literatureandlatte.com. It's a software for writers. It's the best. You can create your characters, place pictures of them, you can create plots, and it has like different sections for everything you need to write a novel or a self-help book or anything you're really interested in writing. This software has word counts, and you can say, for example, this session I will write 1,000 words. Every day I will write 1,000 words, or make the math. If you want to do a book that's 80,000 words, divide that into the time in which you want to create the manuscript and really stick to that. That will make the book writing process a lot easier and smoother, and you'll realize you're going really, really fast. Another tip, and I think the most important tip for me, which was groundbreaking, was the one that really shifted me from years of just being all over the place and into an actual really good place with my book, which I feel like I'm in right now, would be, first, don't worry about grammar. Nobody knows how to write properly. Don't put pressure on yourself. I can't write at all. Like, my grammar sucks in English and in Spanish. Like, it's really bad. But I would used to worry so much that I couldn't even get a page done because I would be really tweaking and editing everything and feeling like I was never going to be able to do this. And as soon as I heard this, it was groundbreaking. Write the whole rough draft, the whole manuscript, with the worst grammar. Just allow it to flow through you however it comes. Just pour it all out there, but finish the first manuscript, the rough draft. Finish it. Don't edit anything. Don't go back and review the paragraphs and see if everything is alright and start doing the commas and the punctuation. No, forget it. Just go all the way and finish it. That's your first goal. Once you have that, you'll have so much time to edit it, maybe hire a professional editor, maybe do it yourself. However you want to do it, you can worry about that later. But you're never going to get the book done if you don't finish that first manuscript. So that is the main goal. That is my goal at hand right now. And that is what I'm working on at this time. Let me tell you, it's a lot easier than trying to create a book that looks like the ones on the shelves right from scratch. And it creates a lot of pressure that can block you in the process. If you also experience any kind of fear of success blocks, fear of failure blocks, fear of being criticized, I suggest using EFT tapping. You can find a lot of that here on YouTube. EFT tapping, emotional freedom technique. I hope this helps, and I can't wait to read all of your books, and I can't wait to share with you the moment in which I am finished with this rough draft, which is very soon, hopefully. So I really hope that you enjoy your process, and don't let anyone or anything stop you from giving your message to the world.
Hey, Katie from the future here again. I'm going to share a link for the finished product, the book on Amazon, so you can check it out. You can get it yourself. You can, look at it and see if there's anything that, you feel could resonate with you in your own journey. Also, I'm going to add a playlist here that you can follow for more tips and tricks and things for newbie authors like me. I hope that you enjoy it. Mwah.